The average store converts at 1.4%. That means 98 out of every 100 visitors leave with nothing, and it's almost never a traffic problem. It's one of 3 very specific things silently killing your sales. I know this works because I've done it. I helped Park Place Finance lift conversions by over 40%. I helped Gel Blaster, a 9-figure e-commerce brand, overhaul their funnel, and every brand using Harloop has seen an average 6.1x ROI. This isn't theory. This is what's moving the needle on real stores right now. I'll spend about 2 minutes on each. By the end, you'll know exactly what to audit on your store tomorrow. Let's go. Reason number 1, your hero section is failing. The first thing a visitor sees is your hero, that above the fold section. And here's a stat that should terrify you. Carleton University found that users form a permanent opinion about your website in 50 milliseconds. 50. That's less than a blink of an eye. Stanford backs this up. Visual design is the number 1 factor people use to judge whether your brand is even real. So, in those 50 milliseconds, your hero has to answer 3 specific questions. What is this? What's in it for me? And what do I do next? If it doesn't answer all 3 in under 5 seconds, they're gone. Here's the formula I use on every store I audit. 1, a value prop that names the outcome the customer wants. Not premium handcrafted leather goods, that's about you. Something like shoes you can wear all day without back pain. That's about them. 2, a supporting visual that shows the product producing the outcome. Either someone actually using it or a clear before and after. The wrong move is a stylized product shot that sells a vibe but doesn't show what changes when you own it. Pretty photo, 0 teaching. 3, 1 obvious benefit-driven call to action. Not shop now. Try something like end my back pain or start sleeping cooler tonight. And here's the test. Open your homepage and squint your eyes. Blur the screen. Can you still tell what the CTA is? If it doesn't stand out when blurred, it doesn't stand out to a scrolling shopper either. That's a 5-minute audit that's moved conversions by double digits on every store I've run it on. Reason number 2, your social proof is decoration, not objection killing. Most stores slap a few stars on the page and call it a day. That's not how this works. Northwestern Spiegel Center found that showing just 5 reviews on a product lifts purchase likelihood by 270%. For higher priced products, 380%. And 98% of consumers say reviews are essential to their decision. But here's the twist nobody talks about. A perfect 5-star rating actually converts worse than a 4.5. Why? Because shoppers don't trust perfection. 82% of them actively search for negative reviews. They want proof that you're real. So if your page is a wall of generic 5 stars, you are not building trust. You're building suspicion. Real social proof answers the specific objection a shopper has right at the moment they're about to bounce. Here's the framework. Pull up your last 100 customer support tickets, your DMs, your post-purchase surveys. Write down the top 3 objections you hear from someone that buys, before someone buys. Will this fit me? Will it actually arrive in time? Is it worth this much? Now, for each objection, handpick 1 review that specifically answers that question. Not generic praise, but targeted proof. Then place those 3 reviews right next to the add to cart button. Not buried below the fold, not in a separate reviews tab, at the point of the decision. Because by the time a customer scrolls to find proof, they've already left. We did this exact playbook for a brand last quarter and lifted their PDP conversion by 31% in 2 weeks. No new traffic, no new ads, just the right testimonial in the right spot. Now, I know what you're thinking. I don't have video reviews. I barely have written reviews. Here's the move. Email your last 10 to 50 happy customers right now. Offer them a $10 gift card in exchange for a 30-second video review or a detailed written one. That's $500 total. Less than you spend on a single day of meta ads. And you'll come out of it with 20 to 30 pieces of conversion grade social proof. Do that today, and by next Monday, your product pages will have objection killers on them. Reason number 3, your mobile experience is silently terrible. Here's the one that breaks most Shopify owners. About 80% of your traffic is on mobile, but mobile converts at roughly 60% the rate of desktop. So the majority of your visitors are landing on the worst performing version of your store, and most owners never even check it. And it gets worse. Google found that 53% of mobile users abandon a site that takes more than 3 seconds to load, yet the average Shopify store loads in 4.2. Every additional second of load time costs you up to 20% of conversions. But the real problem with mobile isn't speed, it's real estate. A desktop hero shows everything. A mobile hero shows 1/10 of what a desktop does, which means you have less space to communicate, less space to build trust, and less space to drive action. But you have the same 50 milliseconds to have to do it. So the question becomes, what's the single most engaging thing you can put on that tiny window? Static images don't cut it anymore. Long copy gets scrolled past. The only format that actually stops the scroll on mobile is short form video, specifically TikTok style swipeable video right on the page. This is exactly why I built Harloop, to give Shopify stores a swipeable short form video experience on mobile that engages visitors in the first 3 seconds and keeps them on the page up to 35% longer. Brands using it see an average 6.1x return on their investment. But whatever tool you choose, get short form video onto your mobile product pages. It's the single highest leverage move on mobile right now. Then go pull up your store on your phone on 4G, not Wi-Fi, time the load, check the hero on a small screen. If it doesn't engage in 3 seconds, that's where your money is leaking. 3 reasons your Shopify store isn't converting: your hero isn't doing its job, your social proof is decoration instead of objection killing, and your mobile experience is silently broken. Fix even 2 of these this week and your conversion rate will move, I promise. Now, there are 2 more reasons I see all the time that I didn't have space for in this video. Your product reads like a brochure instead of a sales letter, and your checkout is probably leaking sales at the final step. I'm bringing both of those down in the next few videos with real teardowns, real fixes, and the exact playbook I've used on 9-figure brands. Subscribe so you catch them both. See you in the next one.